Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Carly. Today I'm going to be doing my cash stuffing for the week. I am going to stuff my personal and business expenses, but I'm going to start with my personal. And I should have $525 to stuff for my personal expenses. I like to keep them separated because I do try and figure out the denominations ahead of time just so I can stuff it quickly without having to exchange a bunch of bills. Okay, and I just have a little cheat sheet over here, nothing fancy, just a little notebook that tells me what I'm going to be stuffing. So let's go ahead. Oh yeah, and if you didn't see, I did post a reel on Instagram and on TikTok of my new dashboard inserts. I created these just really quickly on Canva so it could match my whole purple ghosty vibe, and I think they are really cute. But let's go ahead and start. We have groceries is first, and then it's going to be $60. And there's nothing in groceries because I unstuffed that. Okay, in my interest, it is going to be getting $100. And this folder, or this envelope now has $100, $200, $300. I am hoping that after I get my bigger balances from my accounts down, that I'll be able to start paying off my my HELOC a little bit quicker, like the actual principal. I hope I can start paying that off next year. That's probably going to be one of my main focuses. But moving on, insurance. This is for car and home insurance. It's going to be getting $80. And this now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was 145 or 245, one of the two. Okay, phone is going to be getting 25. And I just emptied this envelope out because the bill was due this week. So 25 is the balance in this one. And property taxes is going to be getting $35. This I already paid earlier this year. I paid it on one of my low interest, using one of my low interest credit cards, and my boyfriend and I are paying it back in monthly installments because that's just how it worked for us. Property taxes, I can't remember how much it was. I think it was maybe 2,000 or 1,600. I cannot recall, but we are making payments of $275 every single month until that's paid off. So in property taxes, we now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 105. And my boyfriend does just send me his money via electronic transfer. So when he pays me every 2 weeks for that category, I just go ahead and pay that amount off on its own. And then at the end of the month, I use what's in my envelope to pay the rest of it. Okay, for subscriptions, we are doing $45. And this now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 135. And then utilities is going to be getting $30. And this now has 20, 40, 60, 81, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, $123. Okay, moving on to the pet expenses. We start with cat food, and that's going to get $20. This now has 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $76. Next up is dog food, and that's going to be getting $100. There's now $200 in dog food. Medical is going to be getting $30. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I did mention that our insurance company was stopping selling policies in the US, so they transferred us to a new company called Odie, and all I have heard from people like on Reddit is it is such a nightmare. They do not want to pay out claims. They just keep asking for medical records to be sent that have already been sent. And so I made the executive decision to not go with that insurance. And the main perk of going with that insurance is they claimed that they were going to be covering pre-existing conditions that occurred during our previous policy, but it seems like they're really not honoring that. And I don't want to spend money on a company that's not going to honor that because my dog Scarlet was recently diagnosed with IBD, and so she's definitely going to need help in the future when it comes to medical funds. So we went ahead and switched over to AKC Insurance. They have a condition where if you are with them for a full year, after that full year, they will cover costs of pre-existing conditions. So my one dog, Casper, he doesn't have any pre-existing conditions, so everything's going to be covered with him right away as soon as we switch over. But for Scarlet, for the first year, we're going to have to cover her IBD expenses out of our own pockets. But then after that full year of coverage, they will start paying us for that. So I don't think there's any other insurance that offers that kind of a deal with pre-existing. So we went ahead and switched over, and long story short, our medical expense for the dogs is going to be around $125 a month, and then when we are also saving $100 for the cats. They don't have insurance, they're older, and it's not going to work out for them to get insurance, so we just put their money straight into the savings fund. But yeah, I thought I would explain that to you guys a little bit. Moving on, in medical, we now have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 65, 75, 81, 2, 3, $183. And then the last category we have here is for pet miscellaneous, and we're not stuffing that. Okay, I was like, oh no, I don't have any money left, but I skipped that this week just because I didn't have a lot of funds. Okay, so that does it for our personal expenses. And then moving on to business, we have $42 that we're going to be stuffing in business expenses. I hope you guys have been having a good December so far. I'm getting really excited about Christmas. I have most of my shopping done. I just need to get gift wrap and gift bags and all of the stuff to put all the presents in. So I think I've done a pretty good job. I didn't save anything for Christmas, but I think that now I have a guesstimate of what I am spending this year on it. I'm going to incorporate that into my budget next year and start saving more for Christmas. But the thing is that my boyfriend's birthday is right after Christmas, so I kind of have to save extra than I normally would because I definitely want to make sure he gets nice birthday presents as well as Christmas. I don't want him to feel like he's missing out on his birthday because it's so close to Christmas, and I'm sure he's dealt with that in the past, and I don't want to, I want to celebrate his birthday just as much as any other birthday, any time of the year, so I'm going to have to figure out exactly how much, but I definitely want to incorporate the December expenses into my budget next year. I took this out. I don't think I added anything. In Adobe, we are doing, hold on, I have to switch over to the right page. In Adobe, we were doing $8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I actually have to up this amount a little bit because our promo that we had for the past year, or my promo that I had for the past year for my Adobe services, went up a bit, I think by like $7 a month. So I'm gonna have to adjust by just a couple of dollars. It's not a big deal. Okay, in Adobe, I now have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, $24. Okay, and Canva here, this is fully funded. So is P.O. Box. Shipping is it fully funded? No, I think I was gonna add $4 into this, I guess. For some reason. That's okay. I think this is due soon. So Canva now has 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, $21. Yeah, this is actually almost stuffed for 2 months, so probably don't need to do that next week. Like I said, P.O. Box is fully funded, and then shipping is going to get 15. I think I might be overstuffing for my Shopify expenses this month, but we will adjust if that is the case. Shipping now has $20, $40, $60, $70, $75, $80, $81. Oops, this 5 is all crinkled. Alright, and then Shopify is going to be getting the last $15. This is just for like the base plan and the couple of apps that I have installed that have a monthly fee. So Shopify now has $20, $40, $55, $61. And that is going to do it for my weekly expenses. I will be filming my savings challenge video soon, so definitely keep a lookout for that. It's probably going to be uploaded on Sunday or Monday, whichever day I'm able to upload. That's when it's going to get up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, for clicking on this video, and spending some time with me. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you a part of our Spooky Ghoul fam. I also did want to mention that I do have a Discord server. I used to only have it so that Ko-fi members, the Spooky Queens, were able to join in on movie nights, but I decided to open that up to everyone on Discord, so we will be having a spooky movie night this month, and it will be a Christmas horror movie. So if you are interested in hanging out with us on Discord, definitely check the description for that link. I will see you guys soon, and don't forget to stay spooky.